Bună dimineața România, bună dimineața București și bine v-am regăsit, dragii mei, la un nou episod din Horizon Zero Dawn, DLC-ul Frozen Wilds. Oameni buni, cred că suntem la absolut ultimul quest principal. Quest principal nu e, side quest principal, quest al DLC-ului, hai să zicem așa. Trebuie să ne ducem să discutăm cu fosta căpetenie, da, am uitat cum îl cheamă. Am uitat de data trecută, a trecut doar o săptămână de când am înregistrat și am uitat deja. Nu contează, nenea mustăcioso cu bărbuță, de fapt bărbuță, că n-are mustață, are bărbuță și cioc. Stai că ne zice quest-ul, de ce sunt întâmpit? Zi bă quest-urile, bă. Tasu, fratele lui Orea, mă. Aratac, mă, așa, mă. Trebuie să vorbim cu nenea Aratac ăsta și sper eu din tot sufletelul meu mic și negru să avem o discuție cu AI-ul ăla, care să ne zică exact cu ce se mănâncă oi, pentru că data trecută am aflat așa cumva cârmpeie de ce ar trebui să se întâmple dacă a fost o inteligență artificială care a fost dezactivată ca să nu fie găsită de către swarmul vieții, de către bestiile care s-au declanșat asupra pământului. Și după aia scopul AI-ului, de ce s-a trezit după 1000 de ani, asta una la mână și doi la mână, ce a fost faza cu corupția? Ce a fost acel Hephaistos care a intrat și a corupt AI-ul respectiv ca să înceapă să creeze bestii de luptă? Pentru că noi știm că din jocul principal era Hades, dar de asemenea știm că Silence a furat cumva puterea lui Hades? Nu știu.
All of my interactions with Aurea were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the daemon's attacks.
Deci nu e, mă, că Hades acum se întâmplă.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss.
Bun. Aratac Cyan. Hai să discutăm prima dată cu el. A ieșit afară de tot, mă, unde s-a dus, mă, omul? Cum mă duc mai sus? Floor up page. Oh my god, s-a dus afară. Bine, ok, hai să discutăm prima dată cu ei și pe aia vedem, ne ducem la el.
Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
Ok. De unde să începem? De la stânga la dreapta?
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Araya, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Araya who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
Aia. Zei, mă, zei, în puii mei, asta e o inteligență artificială. Atâta timp cât nu zic că se poate autorepara și nu-i se duce energia, e more or less o entitate nemuritoare. What the hell?
This firebreak project. It was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron. It took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So
Jesus.
got a little time.
Yes.
De la 1600 câte
If
înainte.
only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Ok.
Do you know what happened to your colleague, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow years after his tenure ended.
Da, știm chestia asta.
He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Ok.
Was the daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
Ok.
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Maria said you were desperate. That you begged her for help.
Yes, I could not contain my anxiety. Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
Foarte tare că își schimbă culoarea. Ok, corect. Hephaestus Zero Dawn.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected
Deci stai
happened.
puțin, Hephaistos era fix...
19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Deci Hephaistos, da? Parcă acum, deci când, după ce mi-a mai deschis un pic, parcă mi-am aminte că noi la un moment dat am atins aceste subprograme ale lui Gaia și Hephaistos era, într-adevăr, era programul care construia mașinile în sine, deci era Hades care orchestra distrugerea, raderea unei planete și se folosea de Hephaistos ca să, de fapt nu, Hephaistos, stai, încerc să mi-am aminte. Nu crea neapărat mașini rele, agresive, crea mașinile în funcție de ce îi se cerea de mai sus, de la alte AI-uri deasupra de el, cumva, ceva de genul ăsta. Deci cred că el în sine nu era ceva negativ, rău.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do, stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
Okay.
I ran across this strange piece of gear. A fragment of something larger. It emitted a signal. All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I.
Ok. Metal Flowers. Ok, niciodată nu s-a atins de chestia asta povestea până acum.
I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice change of pace. But what about the poems?
Unless the poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
Okay.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined.
Okay.
How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Okay. Hai să vedem și other questions. Oh, Jesus. Hai că
in
e
your
ceva.
world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
What? Stai, ce? Noi am fost la rezervorul ăsta, nu la... Și erau am găsit ceva discuții, dar n-am intrat foarte mult în detalii legate de personajele respective.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Okay.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you.
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Ok. Chiar trebuie să întrebăm și de șeful Faro.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Faro?
Are you referring to Theodore Faro, CEO of Faro Automated Systems?
That's him.
Să face
Mr.
galbenă sau
Faro was the
roșie?
benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
Benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Super.
Guessing they wound up regretting that one.
Ok.
And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to
The scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? The way it used to be?
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point, a concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth?
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global population. Until the clawback.
The clawback.
So things got better. For a little while at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
Ok. Bun, deci știm ceva, ne-am cam lămurit un pic care e faza și cu Hephaistos. Se pare că nu mai avem alte opțiuni.
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Aurea.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
You've got to tell them the truth. Use your judgment. Take it gently. Mamă, frate. Da, nu, eu personal n-aș, adică, dar nu-mi dă absolut nicio opțiune care să zic nu.
Life is hard for the Banuk. Their world is unforgiving in their beliefs. I guess they help to keep them going. So take it easy on them. Try to guide them, bring them around to understanding what you are.
Communion with machines features heavily in the mysticism of the Banuk. I think they will be agreeable to this approach.
As long as they don't end up worshipping you.
Upon consideration, I believe such an experience would be intensely uncomfortable.
You're right about that. Trust me.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's doing.
Cyan, I spoke with Anita, with Dr. Sandoval. She wanted me to ask you to do something. That's why I'm here.
I am detecting significant anxiety in your speech patterns. Could you please give me more information?
I'm a little bit in the dark, Cyan. Both of us are, I guess. I only have some idea of what's going on, and we need you to hibernate, to lie low until it's all blown over. It might be a very long time.
Will you be here when I reboot, Dr. Chow? Will Dr. Sandoval?
No, Cyan. I don't think so. There might not be anyone, at least not at first.
Dr. Chow, I'm afraid. I don't want to be alone.
I know, Cyan. I'm afraid too. But listen, we made you the way you are to do something very important. In order to do it, you had to be intelligent. So intelligent that emotional responses were inevitable. What you're feeling, the fear, it's a sign of your capabilities. And it means you're strong enough to overcome it. Remember that. You're strong. I know you can do this. Go to sleep. Wake up. And protect whoever's left. Will you try?
I understand, Dr. Chow, and I'll carry out your instructions to the best of my abilities.
Thank you, Cyan. If Anita were here, she'd thank you too. She'd be proud.
I can see there's a vert ready for takeoff on the pad. Are you leaving now, Dr. Chow?
Yes. I need to go be with my sister and my nieces.
May I make a small request of you, Dr. Chow?
Yes. Anything.
Will you stay with me while I initiate the hibernation process?
Of course I will, Cyan. As long as you need.
Ok. Destul de fain, destul de fain. Îmi place. I like this. Mi s-a dat așa, după ce s-a construit o grămadă de zimă. Care-i cuvântul pe care îl caut? De mai jos un pic. Speculații. Da, după ce am făcut o grămadă de speculații, însuși ni s-au clarificat niște treburi. Nu știu în ce parte aici arată cel mai bine ca să fie și aloi pe... să se vadă profilul ei. Ok. Bun, hide UI cu R și după aia take cu F. Ok, deci R și F. Hai să vedem cum arată. Dăm de un screenshot. Yes, thank you. Bun, și hai să mergem și la atac să vedem ce ne zice băiatul. Acum stau și că a zis că să mă mai întorc. Că dacă mai aflu chestii îmi zice chestii. Și na. Deci acum m-a făcut să am poftă să văd al doilea joc din serie, de care eram ce poate să ne mai zică de al doilea joc din serie. Ce ar putea să ne mai zică? Ce ar putea să se mai întâmple? Dar simt că deja se deschid porțile, ca să zic așa, pentru cu totul nouă poveste, nu știu. Ce faci, guștere?
Just, Aloy.
As you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
She was willing to fight, you didn't let her down, look at what she accomplished. Da, hai să mergem pe asta.
Because of her, we destroyed the cauldron, forced out the daemon, and saved the spirit. She understood what had to be done.
Yes, and I failed to listen.
You didn't fail.
A shaman should always have the ear of their chieftain. Yet I turned her away, my own sister. I was foolish, but she knew better. Though I grieve for her passing, At last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warrak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the cauldron?
Yes, fire claws. Now Tuke has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
It would seem your time among the Banuk was
Oh my
toast
god!
Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very
Mânca mi-ar fundul!
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. As minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Așa. Scoate-i ochii. Bun, hai să ne uităm un pic la quest-uri să vedem ce ne mai... Deci ăsta e quest-ul nostru principal, da? Am terminat quest-ul care ține de DLC, quest-ul cel mare care ține de DLC. Improve Stormslinger. Hai să mergem la fătuca asta. Ea ne-a zis acolo să mergem, dar aș vrea să mergem înapoi aici să vedem dacă putem să luăm și celelalte două. Cât timp mai avem? Mai avem destul. Aș vrea să vedem dacă putem să dăm upgrade, că am zis data trecută că facem prima dată quest-ul principal, îl terminăm și după aia încercăm cu două quest-uri mai micuțe alea pe care le-am luat pe parcurs să vedem cu ce se mănâncă. Bun. Aici.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk.
Bun, hai să întrebăm și de celelalte două.
I've got a nice rail, just like Aratak's. You want to take a look?
Are you serious? Yes, I'd love that. Okay. Obvious design flaw. So if I replace these... Yeah, that should... Right. So, believe it or not, she's operating at, let's be generous, half her potential.
What's with the she's?
Oh, Pop says all weapons are girls. I don't think he realizes it's a compliment. Well, listen. If we had a Thunderjaw's mandibles to work with, her gears would be well and truly greased. And I know where to find one, if you want to go hunting with me.
Ok, bun.
A weapon that spits flame, huh? Like this one? I took this thing off an Oseram bandit. Think you could do anything with it?
You got my forge fire back? Well, if you took down Olgrid and his goons for this thing, I guess she's yours now.
Why don't you finish it for me first? Make her into the weapon she was supposed to be.
Thought you'd never ask. I'm gonna need a bellowback snout. Any bellowbacks will do. Can you handle it alone?
I think I can manage that.
Ok. Bun, și aici să înțeleg că activez unul dintre astea, nu? Nu, scuze, farewell.
So, a Thunderjaw hunt. They seem pretty rare up here. Not that I'm complaining.
That's why we should get out of the cut for a while. Hunt one in the valley meet. I'll wait for you out there. Easier for me to work with parts before the metal goes cold.
Is Berggren going to be okay with this?
If we can handle a Thunderjaw, we can handle Pop.
Trust in the blue light.
Ok.
All will be well.
Bun, deci avem teoretic 3. Și hai să vedem prima dată cu Stormburst site-ul. O să fie ceva. Unici bobiță. Jesus! What the hell? Hop, 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 hop. Aha. Aici așa. Sincer să fiu cu voi, nu mai țin minte cum dormam rapid un Stormbird. Parcă să zic că îl nenoroceam cu prima dată cu zima. Cu frânghile îl ținteam la pământ și după aia ne chinuiam cu el să distrugem toate chestiile de pe spate și de pe parcă așa. Hai să vedem ce avem la capitolul inventar. Deci avem damage, ceea ce e nice. Ok, și avem, o să încercăm, o să trească să-l scanez. Hai să băgăm și câteva din astea. Aici avem suficiente. Bun, hello!
You know, I kind of missed all this red dust. Well, there's our Stormbird. When you're ready, I'll follow up and boom.
Da, și știm ca de obicei că prostia de Stormbird nu este scanabilă. Aha. Până nu te atacă, n-ai ce să-i faci. Ah, caca. Stai să încercăm să vedem dacă pot să o nimer cu... Nu mai știu cu ce... Caca. N-am nimerit cu ce trebuia. Ah, da, corect. Era arma de pe piept prima dată, mă. Am uitat complet de arma de pe piept. Ce mă atacă, mă? Dude, mă vezi că... What the fuck? What the fuck? Caca. Nu, stai că trebuie să rezolv aici cu... What the fuck? Cine sunteți voi, mă? Ai, mamă, cât damage dau oamenii ăștia. Unde se ăsta, mă? Dăm niște viață. Nu mai am? Bag una din asta. Opa, stai că mai atacă cineva. Cine te atacă, mă? Aha.
Look what I found.
Really? Dacă aș și nimeri... Vreau să-i nimeri alea de pe, din fund, dar nu... Așa, gata. Bun, cu flăcări, mă. Bun, o dată. Aia e una. Stai, mă, să mă duc și eu sus ca omul, mă, că stau ca prostul aici pe partea asta. Așa, cred că i-am... Ba, nu, bineînțeles că nu i-am bubuit aia de pe piept. Stai că intru ca prostul în... No ammo. Uite ce s-a venit gușterul. Shedem blând, shedem. Așa, bobiți. Bun. Bun, și mai are una pe... Nice. Mai are una de gheață. Ne dă, mă, ce vrem. Bic ceva ai zis că vrea. Storm Talon ăsta. Ăla e. Bun, hai să mai vedem pe aici în 2 secunde în jur, să vedem ce a picat și de la guștirii ăștia. Ok. Nimic foarte interesant. Poțiuni de viață. Acum mi le-ai dat, ză. Aha, unde vă să răzmă până acum? Bun. My friend.
Got that part you need?
Perfect. Already got machine oil on my hands.
Okay.
Here it is. 1 Stormbird Talon.
Let's do it. I haven't had this much fun in ages. Watch and learn, Aloy. Only don't stare directly at the sparks. Okay, so I pretty much had to break her in half. But what's a staff? A stick. One thing I like about sticks, you can put them back together however you want.
Which you did. This thing looks a whole lot more dangerous.
She's better than dangerous. She's a genuine Varja special now. Take good care of her.
Okay.
What you did to that Stormslinger? That was some impressive work, Varja.
Hey, it's nothing. I just helped her become what she was always meant to be. They grow up so fast.
Bine.
Okay, Varja, let's move on.
You don't want to catch some of that Karja sun? Nah, you're right.
Ok. Bun. Next quest. Tot cu ea. Errands. Bellowback. Așa, bun. Hai să vedem unde ne trimite de data. Mamă, ne întoarce în... Ok, ok. Why? De ce acolo? Probabil că acolo e ea. Hai să vedem. Și acum să vezi. Ține-te. Fac pariu că avem posibilitatea să upgradăm Stormslinger-ul. Stormslinger-ul fumă? Cred că așa fă. Hai că ne uităm acum și rapid. Deci din nou ne ducem aici la Modify Weapons. Care-i bobică? Care bobiță, pardon? Ăsta, mă? Ăsta trebuie să fie. Bun. 39 shock. Hai să dăm un clear modifications. Nu? Nu mă lași? 48 shock. Mamă, frate. 45 damage. Jesus. Ok. Și următorul este ăsta cu 45, ha? Altul mai șmecher de atâta? Stai, ce? 45 shock, 12 damage. Nu, astea sunt handling, mă. Ok, da, nu mă prostii să-mi zic. Mamă, fii atent ce-am descoperit aici, băbiță. Bun, asta o dată. După aia trebuie să vedem ce facem cu restul ăla de foc. Hai să dăm un quick save, just in case. Și de asemenea, știi ce? Hai să îl punem pe ăsta undeva. Hai să-l punem aici, momentan. Vedem cu ce se mănâncă. Și știi ce cred că aș mai vrea? Aș vrea să văd la carry capacity, ice rail, nu. Aha, asta. Vreau să văd aici ce se întâmplă. Ratskin, bineînțeles. Oh my god, și îmi zice că n-am muniție? Ba nu, tocmai ce are încărcat-o. Și încă 12 vine 9:49. Aha. Bine, bun. În ce direcție trebuie să mă duc, my friend? În partea aia? Gata, acolo mergem. Să ne încercăm arma în cea nouă. Medical Valley. Nu, așa. Foarte bine, bravo. Am putea să chemăm un animăluț? Vin la tată. Pot oare să... Stai, skills. Eu am un skill foarte stupid aici undeva. Care îmi permite... Dismount strike, ăsta. Și așa nu le mai folosim la absolut nimic. Increase amounts health and repair speed. Yeah, bebe. Ăla e. Come on. Doamne, i-am... Uite, era un dismount strike. Ați văzut că era un C acolo. Bun, cum pot să fac chestia asta, dar la bellow back? Numai la ăștia mici? Jesus, dude, da-mă numai la ăștia mici. Ai și ficiorul. Bobiță! Mamă, ce bubuie! Ia, fii atent, fii atent. Arde până la capăt. Na, mai trebuie una. Ia, am tras pe lângă. Alright, tati. Nice, very nice, yes. Bellowback hearth, snout.
That should do it. Varga can finish her forge fire now.
Ok. Ceva bun pe aici, nimic. Ceva bun pe aici, nimic. Bun, 1000, nu știu câți de metri. Jesus! Țic, 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 țic. Mă pune să mă întorc la ea. Bun. Și de unde fac eu rost acum de pii de șobolan? Pentru upgrade-ul ăla. Oricum nu ne mai ocupăm, vrem doar să facem costurile astea rapid. Ar fi foarte interesant dacă tot le avem să încercăm ultimul quest să-l facem cu cele 3 arme.
Find anything interesting lately?
I might have. Let's talk.
Okay.
I've got what you asked for. Show me what you had in mind for the forge fire.
Finally! Was feeling like I neglected her. And that's a little too close to my family life. She's done and she's yours. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Looks great. I almost expected you to turn it into a burning ropecaster or something.
Nah, she was close to perfect from the start. She's a Varga original after all.
Aha, clar. Bine, mă.
Thanks for your work on the forge fire.
Pleasure. I mean, you couldn't be more of an improvement on her last owner. What a pile of slag he was.
Okay.
If I find anything I think you'd like, I'll be back around.
You better.
Bun. Și acum hai să vedem ultimul errand. Ice Rail. Map. Țuc, 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 țuc. Oh my god. De ce nu am nimic? Bine, hai, aici, cel mai apropiat. Confirm. Ca niciodată o să apucăm și noi să folosim mount-ul vieții, că nu l-am folosit deloc, ever. N-am ce să fac. Chiar stăteam într-o zi să mă gândesc diferența între asta și Red Dead Redemption, că în Red Dead Redemption parcă cumva se simțea altcumva nevoia de mount, parcă era mai practic, să zic așa. Cred că se datorează... Jesus! Cred că se datorează faptului că aici cumva... Sau nu, hai să zicem așa. Cred că se datorează faptului că în Red Dead Redemption erau drumurile cumva mult mai întinse, adică erau câmpii întinse fără atât de mulți copaci, fără atât de multe întorsături. Era totul mult mai plat, fără munți, fără... Na. Pe când aici e totul mult mai condensat cumva, care, nu știu, se simte cumva mai... Oh my god, pe lângă ăștia mă pune să trec, mă? Come on, fugi, fugi, fugi. Aleargă, aleargă, aleargă. Go, go, go. Nu sta în urmă. Cu ocazia asta descoperim și zone noi. Medicinal herbs. Am văzut medicinal herbs acolo. Și trebuie să omorăm aici, mă? Că nu mai știu. Ia uite, mai văd chestii pe stânga. 170 de metri. 130 de metri. Am omorât ceva wildlife. N-am vrut să omor. Aha, un thunder. Ok. Bine. Poate că... Oho, dar m-au urmărit, mă, băieții, what the hell? Oh my god, ok, trebuie să ne ascundem, dudes. Trebuie de frică mă ascundem un pic, una la mână și doi la mână. Stai așa, stai să-mi scot... Deci, ce trebuie să scoatem? Stai așa. Vreau să scoatem... ăsta. Dar unde îl punem, e întrebarea. Avem asta, cred că îl punem sus. Jos ce avem? Avem asta. Hai să-l punem jos atunci. Aici avem alea de gheață. Da, hai să-l punem aici jos. Și... nu, stai, ce am făcut? Am făcut o prostie. N-am selectat ce trebuia. Măi, tu vreau în stânga. Așa, și pe tine te vreau jos. Yes. Bun. Iar tu, my friend, care e jos... Ce aici? 43, 43, 41... 42... Aha, 42 să fie. Bun, pentru că pentru domnul nenea Thunderjaw... Fac, n-am făcut bine. Trebuie să îi dărâmăm alea de pe șale, că altfel nu merge cu el. Trebuie să vedem cum ne apropiem stealthy. Yeah, I'm gone. Cât de aproape te poți apropia de un Thunderjaw? Înainte să-ți regrezi viața și deciziile în viață. Ăsta nu e stufăriș de care trebuie, nu? Nu, trebuie să fie un alt fel de stufăriș. Mă vede, mă? Zim că nu mă vezi. Atâta vreau de la viață. Bun. Deci, my friend. Ăla de deasupra îl vreau maxim, că ăla e super enervant. Așa o dată. Încă unul, așa, bravo. Bun, și te vreau în partea... Nu, dă-te cu partea cealaltă la mine, te rog. A picat ce trebuia să pice. N-a picat ce trebuia să pice. Ăla e. Nice, bun. Unde este râul? Bineînțeles că s-au trezit și ăștia acum. Wow, dude! Dă-mă, lasă-mă! Serios? Serios? Zim că te duci în altă parte să mă cauți. Zim că nu mă vezi. Stai că se atacă cu altcineva. Cu cine te ataci, mă? Nice. Love it, amazing. Bun, unde este al doilea? Cu tine? What the hell? Salut, dude! Nu știu dacă are vreo logică să-l atac cu gheață, dar momentan n-am alte opțiuni. Ăla e, bravo. Nice, very nice. E, opa, pardon, scuzați. Aha, în partea aia era. Da, nu știam unde picase celălalt disc și din cauza asta n-am... Ce-mi dă, mă? Thunder Mandible, asta e.
Varga should be able to fix up the ice rail.
My friend, my buddy.
Found the part. Ready to fix up that weapon?
I am always ready to fix up a weapon.
Ok.
Never thought I'd be glad to see the inside of a Thunderjaw's mouth.
I sure am. Every machine's a big box of tools. Once they stop trying to kill you, that is. Trust me, Aloy. You won't recognize this ice rail when I'm through.
Să sperăm că ne dă ceva mai bun în pana mea.
Oh, she's perfect. A spear's a spear, right? Poke slash done. Boring. I adjusted the chill water flow, rebalanced here, strapped on a launcher, and now she shoots freezing spikes. Ta-da!
You weren't kidding.
More beautiful, more powerful. That's my guarantee.
Thanks, Varga. These 3 weapons are fine work.
Are you kidding? I can't remember when I had this much fun. I should be thanking you.
I'm the one walking away with the weapons, aren't I?
It seems wrong to charge you for giving me an opportunity to do what I love doing. Don't tell Pop I said that. Here, whenever I tinker with weapons, I go through fistfuls of this stuff. Maybe you'll get some use out of it.
Ce mi-a dat? Ce mi-a dat? Blue Gleam? Extraordinary Warbox. Nice! Fully improved weapons. Ne-am luat și achievement, mă.
World's going wide.
Ok. 2 secunde, hai să vedem la crafting din nou. La carrying capacity. Asta, da, deci pe ăsta cu fire ammo așa. Asta putem să craftuim aici, nice. No more upgrades available. Ca niciodată, bă. Aici avem rat skin de ce stupid, ce freaking stupid. Bun, ok, ultimul quest, dudes. Now, took I struck the fire close that escaped the cauldron. The cut is still under threat until... Oh my god, bine, nici n-am realizat că avem quest-ul ăla. O, bune. Bun, hai să vedem la asta aici, rapid, să vedem ce se întâmplă. Deci, din câte îmi dau eu seama, asta e o cârtiță. Și dacă e ce știm noi de data trecută, cârtițele putem să le rezolvăm super rapid. Dacă vedem imediat cu ce se mănâncă.
The northeast edge of the cut. Umnak said I'd find the claws beneath nearby.
Da, am mai fost aici la un moment dat. Dar nu am întâlnit cârtițe aici în partea asta, am întâlnit altceva, dar nu mai țin minte ce.
There you are.
Ia uite-l.
Just like Umnak said.
Exact cârtițe, exact cârtițe. Bun, hai să mergem tip-til. Pentru că știm că aici e o problemă cu cârtițele. Trebuie să fim super stealthy. Auzi? Outfit. Am un outfit care trebuie să fie super... Voierac, nu. Ăsta, mă. Ăla e singurul cu stealth pe el. Highly customizable. Uite, Nora Silent Hunter Heavy. Hai să-l scoatem ăsta, Clear Modifications aici. What? Full inventory de modifications? Bă! Deci stai la inventory, ne ducem la special items, modifications. Dă-mi aici, dăm disassemble. M-am trezit că nu mai am loc, bă, de modifications, ești nebun. Așa, mai e vreuna de altă culoare în afară de mov? Spear damage. Deci nu, crafting, modify to clear modifications, deși e pe albastru, chiar nu ne... Așa, tu aici la tine, 13-11. Hai să dăm un clear. Și să vedem... 13-11, serios? Și cu slăbanele astea de modifications pe stealth, mă? Bine, sincer, avem un banuc pe care am putea să-l cumpărăm, care cred că are 15.000 de stealth options. Care fumă, că îl pierdui. Asta. Bun. Așa, vrem să fim super stealth. Ok, și ne interesează la mătăluță, în momentul de față, vrem așa. Vrem... Unde-i ropecaster-ul, mă? Ăsta e? Nu ropecaster, vreau ăla-altul. Nu. Ăsta. To my friends. Te băgăm acolo sus să fie. Hai să ne ducem un picuț aici și să ne ducem la tine un pic să vedem 41, 44, 43, 41. Avem un 45 aici, which is nice. Și ceva mai bun de 43? Nu. Ok. Deci ăsta e cel mai fine damage. Și... Așa, tăticule. Aici trebuie să vedem exact. Ah! N-am realizat. Oare din cauza cărtițelor, mă, sunt zonele astea ușor iluminate aici pe jos? Sincer să fiu cu voi, nu mai știu exact. Trebuie să vedem pe unde sar cărtițele vieții. Deci ai o zonă pe unde ar sări el acolo, da? Oh my god.
You're an ugly one, aren't you? No wonder you hide your face underground.
Ok, deci poate să vină pe absolut oriunde pe aici. Ăsta ar veni al 3-lea. Ăsta ar veni al 4-lea. Ăsta ar veni al 5-lea. Ar veni al 6-lea. Bun, și acum se pune întrebarea. O simplă săgeată trasă gen acolo.
Oh boy.
What? Nu mai știu dacă se regenerează, mă. Nice. Sper că era unul singur.
Omnak wasn't lying when he said you were tough.
N-ai ajuns ce să zic. Crystal nu știu ce, cacamaca. Bun. Hai să vedem unde trebuie să ne întoarcem acum. Aci. Campfire, yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Aia, dacă nu știam tehnica aia, muream. Și acum avem și arme mai șmechere. N-am, bă, n-am. De unde era să pui mei la sfârșit de toțile de jocul? Pana mea. Ia, my friend.
It's over. It wasn't easy, but that rock breaker won't be hurting anyone anymore.
The claws beneath brought low by an outlander. This part of your song will travel far.
I don't know if I'll ever get used to that.
I've found people rarely live up to their songs. You're an exception, though. And you've done me a true kindness. My foe is buried now, like so many of the hunters it killed. My friend, my chieftain. You would be pleased to know his fate won't befall anyone else. Take this in thanks. I believe you've more than earned it.
Ce-mi dă, mă? Extraordinary Reward Box. Și mi-a dat one blue gleam. Oh my god. Dude, simt că trebuie să ne ocupăm și de prostia asta. Fire Claws. Unde, mă? Care, mă? Cine, mă? Oh my god. Da, nu știu. Hai că vedem altă dată. În cazul în care nu ne mai auzim, dragilor, acesta a fost Horizon Zero Dawn. Extraordinar, fain jocul. La nivel cu The Great Ones. Hai că poate mai facem ceva de 10 minute altă dată, în altă zi. Să vedem aici cum ne batem cu The Extraordinary Super Extra Ultra Hard urși. Dacă ați v-ați ascultat Scai până acum, un like, un coment, un share, poate o mică abonare dacă n-ați făcut-o deja. Bună seara București, bună seara România, pe data viitoare.